YouTube? Happy Friday, everybody. It is Christine here with Gauge Girl Training, an online meal planning and coaching service. I'm a food scientist and chemical engineer. I'm also the founder of Gauge Girl Training. We do health coaching. We also do custom meal plans. And we have a challenge coming up on October 16th. It is our last 6-week challenge of the year. With these challenges, you get custom macros that change every 2 weeks. So nutrition guidance, you get workouts for home or gym for your macro type. You get weekly group Zoom calls. You get to participate for prizes, and we have challenges in our private group. So I'm really excited to chat with you guys today about why you are tired all the time as a female. And one thing I have been observing a lot lately, I've been observing a lot women that are dealing with just extreme levels of fatigue, a feeling of tiredness, a feeling of just being drained, exhausted, and so much to the point that it limits your ability to be productive. It limits your ability to exercise. It limits your ability to get household chores done. And as a result, it limits your energy to cook. And if you are just always in that tired, fatigued, drained, exhausted existence, you are going to find that you are going to struggle very, very, very much so with your health goals. Sylvia, good morning. She says, plus hand and foot pain out of nowhere. That is very odd. And there's different levels when it comes to fatigue. And on a scale of 1 to 10, and this is specifically for women, on a scale of 1 to 10, how tired are you on a regular basis? 10 being you're the most tired, like you're so tired that you feel like you need to sit down, you need to lay down, you feel like you need to literally stay in bed all weekend. 0 being like you feel fine, you can get up, you can do what you need to do. 5 being like, some days could be better, some days could be worse, but like you're not necessarily the most energetic version of yourself. How tired are you really? And I would love it if you guys would rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Am I a doctor? I am a nutrition scientist and chemical engineer. I have a bachelor's and master's in chemical and biological engineering. Okay, so Narissa, you are at about a 5. Anybody else want to share how tired you are? And I think that there are different levels of tiredness. So for instance, fatigue doesn't always mean that you have an underlying disease. And if you are enjoying this topic, my friends, I would love it if you would take 2 seconds to give the live stream a thumbs up, because I'm going to give you guys some symptoms that I want you to look out for, and I'm going to give you guys some really practical tips of what you can do to get out of this state of being exhausted and fatigued all the time. And part of my appearance, I did a walk this morning. I got about 6,000 steps. I still have more to go. So for example, lack of sleep, heavy exertion, jet lag, a large meal, aging, all of that stuff can be related to fatigue. But other things such as alcohol or drug use, eating poorly, specific medication can make you really fatigued. And I have some ladies who are on hormonal birth control that are saying that ever since they started taking these hormones, that it has made them substantially more tired. Too little physical activity can actually make you more tired. And who watching this has ever found that when you have been through periods of being sedentary, if you have been through periods of being very sedentary, it actually makes you more tired? Have you ever found that the less you move, the more tired you are? And actually going for a walk, going to the gym, getting up and about and moving and having that blood flow, that actually wakes you up and energizes you. I remember I was going through a season with my health. This was before COVID. And I remember I needed to go to the gym, and it was in the evening, and I was so tired, and I was like drinking some coffee, trying to wake myself up to go. But I went to the gym and I worked out, and it actually woke me up and made me feel substantially better. You're a wall painter and you have back pain. You are 22 years old. Can I give therapeutic exercises? I can, and I think that would be something that I could do some more content on in the future. Sylvia says, I've been checked for arthritis and lupus. It's negative. You will work on more sleep, but yes, exercise helps. Another major underlying issue with regards to fatigue is going to come down to nutrient deficiencies. It's going to come down to nutrient deficiencies. And the most common vitamin and mineral deficiencies are going to be including things in the B vitamin family: B2, B3, B5, B6, B9, B12, vitamin C, vitamin D, iron, and magnesium. Now, I'm going to repeat that one more time for you guys, but basically the whole B vitamin family. If you are really, really tired, you really need to be focusing on B vitamins. You need to be incorporating vitamin C. You need to be incorporating vitamin D, and vitamin D you can get from the sunlight. And if you ever find that you go through seasonal effectiveness disorder, does anyone get that, where as the seasons change and you have less sunlight, you find that you are more tired, you find that you are more fatigued because you don't have as much sunlight. You don't have as much sunlight means you don't have as much vitamin D. Vitamin D is so essential. Anytime you guys are able to get outside, to get that natural light, to get that those nutrients from the sun. Obviously, we don't want to overdo it, so that way, you're getting all the sun's negative rays, but at the same time, I challenge you guys and encourage you guys, please get outside for a minimum of 10 minutes a day, bare bones minimum. And if you're in an environment where you don't have windows, where you don't get access to that, please make sure that you're getting access to those things. Iron deficiencies, my friends, not eating sufficient levels of iron, not getting enough protein in your diet, and not having enough magnesium. These are among the most common causes of unexplained fatigue. These are unexplained fatigue. And these deficiencies, specifically a vitamin D deficiency, guess what percentage of the population in the United States is impacted by vitamin D deficiency? 50%. 1 in 2 people do not get enough vitamin D. They do not get enough sunlight. And if there is one thing I want you guys to do for me today, is to please get outside, get some sunlight, get some that natural light, that natural air. And 12% of the United States population actually has an iron deficiency. So the thing is, these are concerning things, and as a result, it's going to be harder for you to be effective. And I'm going to talk to you guys about different types of fatigue, so that way we can help you guys, solve it. So did you guys know that there are 3 types of fatigue? So Alexandra says, I don't know why, but for example, when I go out on the sun and walk your dog, I actually start to feel more tired. My eyes want to close, and I don't understand, because it could be the opposite. You may need some sunglasses, and it may also be dependent on your level of hydration. It also may be dependent on the humidity, and it also may be dependent. So hydration, humidity, those 2 things are going to be a factor. Make sure you have some really good sunglasses on if the sun is too high. But the thing is, perhaps you may want to try to get morning sun where it's not at its peak, or evening sun, because if you are in the sun too long, obviously that has its own set of challenges. But I want to talk to you guys about different types of fatigue right now. So there are 3 types of fatigue. The first one is transient fatigue. The next one is cumulative fatigue. And the last one is circadian fatigue. Okay. So what is transient fatigue? Transient fatigue It's an acute type of fatigue where you're like extremely tired, and it's typically brought on by extreme sleep restriction where you're just awake for a longer period of time, right? So transient fatigue, it's an acute situation. The next one is cumulative fatigue, where maybe you're having mild sleep restriction over the cross over a couple of days. And then last but not least, there is circadian fatigue. And that is where you're experiencing a reduced overall performance. And particularly, you are finding that during the nighttime hours, you are not getting into that deep zone of restful sleep. And the most here are signs that you are truly tired. If you have a measurable reduction in your speed and accuracy of your performance, meaning if you are not able to handle cognitive tasks, have you ever found that, let's say you were trying to write an email, or you had to write up an essay, or you had to do something that required you to think, right? Something that, maybe you needed to write something, maybe you needed to organize something, maybe you're doing a project. And for whatever reason, it's like your brain doesn't work. You are finding that you are just not as sharp as you typically are. Another sign of fatigue is that you are having lapses with your attention span and vigilance. Have you ever found that you just can't hold your attention? And so many adults these days joke and be like, oh, I got ADD. But like, the thing is, if you are struggling to maintain attention for a prolonged period of time, that is another symptom of fatigue. If you're finding that your reactions are delayed, where normally you would react quicker, let's say like in a driving situation, that type of alertness is declining. If you are having an impaired ability to make decisions, if you are having a reduced ability to assess risk, consequences of actions, if you are having reduced situational awareness, and if your motivation is low, I find that more often than not, low motivation and fatigue typically go hand in hand. And one of the first things you guys can do to improve your fatigue is to stop drinking alcohol. How many of you guys know for a fact and notice in yourself that when you drink alcohol, you're more tired? Even if you're just having like one cocktail a day or one or two a week, like any alcohol is going to make you tired. It does not energize you. It does not help you think more clearly. It does not help you with fat loss. It pauses your ability to metabolize fat. It clouds your brain. It is just a toxin to the body, and it's going to really cause negative issues. However, what I've been noticing in my ladies over the age of 35 dealing with extreme levels of fatigue, it typically is a hormone imbalance. It is typically a hormone imbalance, a hormone imbalance, a hormone imbalance. And how many of you guys watching this just feel off? You feel tired. You feel exhausted. You find that basic tasks are substantially harder for you. If that is you, you most likely either have estrogen dominance, you most likely have a cortisol issue, you most likely have a magnesium deficiency. And the way to address it is, number one, you actually are going to want to dial back the caffeine. And that sounds counterintuitive because you may think, well, caffeine helps me stay awake. How is drinking less caffeine going to make me more alert? A lot of times caffeine can be a band-aid. Is anybody watching this live stream right now? Do you know that you abuse caffeine as a band-aid? Where like you probably just need some sleep, or you probably, like, if you are drinking multiple cups of coffee and energy drinks and all the things, guys, you shouldn't need that much caffeine. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a cup of coffee. Trust me, I love coffee. And I will drink like maybe sometimes 2 cups of coffee in the morning, sometimes 3, but I cut it off at noon, and then after noon I switch to green tea. Also says good call on alcohol. You've been dry for 7 years. Now you take maca to help your hormone and green tea. You're making coffee as we speak. I'll use pre-workout in the morning when I'm not working out. You stop doing it. So MT69, I actually have an incredible pre-workout supplement called Woo that is from gagelife.com, and I have a stimulant-free version of it, which means it has all of the vitamins and minerals needed to, sorry, taking this thing out of my hair. Has all of the vitamins and minerals to energize you, but it doesn't have, the stimulant-free version has no caffeine, and it actually is a nice alternative. It's a really nice alternative to folks who want energy but don't want to be wired on stimulants. So there is that. But I'm finding women are not getting enough nutrients. You are not getting enough nutrients. You are not getting enough fiber. And my ladies, if you are not getting enough protein per day, you guys got to be getting at least a minimum of 100 grams of protein per day. You want to be getting a minimum of 25 grams of dietary fiber per day. You want to be eating healthy fats. You want to be eating quality foods. You want to be monitoring your sugar intake, because a lot of times if you're really fatigued, you may be just crashing off of unstable blood sugar, and unstable blood sugar is definitely going to make you feel extremely fatigued and tired. You need to try that. You already used the hormone bundle. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so glad that you are using those items. Can we all pause for a drink of water? And if you don't have a water bottle filled right next to you, please go fill your water bottle right now. Literally get up, stop, keep the live stream on, but go drink some water. Please give me a thumbs up if you took a sip of water right now. I mean it, my friends. The other day, I was like so hungry, right? And I was talking to my mom, and this sounds so crazy. I said, man, I don't know what's happening. I said, maybe my period's coming soon, and my period is coming. But I said, I'm just so hungry out of nowhere. And she's like, did you drink water? And the answer is no. Like, I wasn't drinking enough water. And it's so crazy because we often mistake dehydration for hunger. You think you're hungry, but you're actually dehydrated. So please stop. Please drink some water right now. So MT69, I'm also menopausal. So I think fatigue is part of it, since you mentioned that before you got your blood tested. But don't think it was tested for cortisol. Good, Sylvia. Good. She filled her cup. I have epilepsy and hypothyroidism controlled by medications. I feel so much tired. I'm in bed all the time, literally all the time. Now, again, I am not a medical doctor, but I will say those conditions you are dealing with, well, hypothyroidism, you do definitely need meds, but I encourage you to start improving your nutrition so you can start to wean off of those medications, because I have clients that are on medications for those exact things right now who have been able to wean back their dosages by dialing in their nutrition, and it has made a very big difference. Dorothy says, what about ladies like me with a full hysterectomy that's always tired, you can't sleep good, you have brain fog, gaining weight around the belly? So even with a full hysterectomy, you can still experience estrogen dominance, and people are confused by that because estrogen dominance is not about high estrogen. It's not about high total estrogen. It's about high estrogen relative to progesterone. So estrogen dominance can also be synonymous with just saying low progesterone. Do you see where I'm going with? It could just mean low progesterone. And in order for you to improve your progesterone levels, you are going to need to increase your dietary fiber. You're going to need to get more turmeric, more green tea, more leafy greens, more cruciferous vegetables, more healthy fats, more good quality plant-based fats. MT69, I started drinking water right when I wake up in the morning. after I suggested that, and it made a world of difference. But now you need to read the hormone reset plan that you bought. And if any of you guys are watching this right now and you really, really want to make a difference in your energy levels, you need to do the hormone reset protocol. It will have you having better bowel movements, having just better rest, improved energy, reduced bloat. Most ladies lose a minimum of 10 pounds in 3 weeks on the hormone reset. Some ladies lose more, but I'd say most people lose at least 10 pounds on the plant. I know when I did it, I lost a lot. Sylvia, it's so crazy, girl. The doctors, they always say your hormones are fine. And there's a big difference between normal and optimal. There's a very big difference between normal and optimal. And I'll be honest with you, doctors don't know what the hell they're talking about when it comes to hormone health. I'd say 1% of doctors actually do. And the thing is, they want to keep you on meds. They want to keep you on birth control. They want to keep you stuck on drugs. They want to keep you stuck on drugs. They do realize, but they don't want to give you the fact that you can improve your nutrition. They don't want to give you the keys to healing your body naturally, because what's going to happen if you heal your body naturally with real whole food, where food really is the best medicine at the end of the day? Food really is the best medicine at the end of the day. Why? Because they want you to keep buying their drugs. They are not trying to cure you. Is my book on Amazon? Yes, it is. And this is my book right here, Unlock Your Macrotype. You guys are going to love it. It's going to explain how to identify your unique body type. There's quizzes. There are recipes, meal plans, workouts. It's going to help you understand carb tolerance. This is going to be the type of book that is a resource that you're going to jump back to year after year after year. And you told my OBGYN about you, and he said you were right on track, and he's going to get the book. And I think that's fantastic. And a lot of doctors read my book and utilize my teachings in my book. And I'm glad that I'm able to help doctors out, because the thing is, doctors are very intelligent and they have skills, but their skills are not aligned with nutrition and macros, and they don't understand the math behind how to dial in somebody's nutrition. And you just started oolong tea. I love oolong tea. Is anyone else here a tea fan? I've recently been all about the Tezo green ginger tea. Tezo green ginger tea, the flavor of it is just so good. It is so, so good. And again, if anybody else wants to get this, you guys can screenshot this. I'm just gonna hold it up there for a second so you guys can see the spelling of the book and the spelling of my name. But there's meal plans in here, there's workouts in here, and there's quizzes that's gonna teach you exactly which thing you are. You could take the quiz for yourself, you can take the quiz for your partner, you can take the quiz for your mom. Like, it's a really good resource, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know. Now, if you're watching this and maybe you're like, Christina, I am really fatigued. I do think my hormones are off. I do want to get started, but I don't know where to start and I'm a little overwhelmed. If that's you and you are overwhelmed in any way and you want to talk to me personally, right now I am offering complimentary discovery calls. You need to go to my website and fill out the application to apply for a discovery call, but we can do a free 10-minute Zoom call or phone call, whichever you're more comfortable with, and I will listen to what's going on with you. I will make a recommendation of what strategy and approach is going to make the most sense for you. Maybe you would do best with a custom plan. Maybe you would do better with the hormone reset. Maybe it would be best if you jumped in on one of my challenges. Maybe it would be better if you and I worked together personally and did one-on-one coaching and one-on-one online coaching, and we dug really deep together and worked side by side, day in, day out. Because the thing is, it's okay to need support. And if you need that extra level of TLC that's going to get you over the top and get you to the next level with your health goals, I would love to support you. So if any of you guys watching this are interested in scheduling a call with me, I invite you to sign up. My website is gaugegirltraining.com. So this is how you spell it. Gauge, gaugegirltraining.com. And please book a free call with me. Like, if you guys know, I have not done this in the past. So while I am offering this for a limited time, if you just want to discuss with me what your concerns are, and before you make an investment, before you decide, it might be helpful to just be like, listen, this is what's going on with me. This is what I want to accomplish, but I'm just not sure. Guys, please take me up on that opportunity. I would love to help you. Now, with that being said, I just want to end this with an invitation to join the 6-week challenge. The 6-week fall challenge is our last 6-week challenge of the year. And I also just want to invite you guys to remember that you are worthy of a healthy body and mind. You are worthy of being stronger. You are worthy of having a body that is healed. And I know that there are a lot of folks here watching this who are dealing with a lot of fatigue, a lot of challenges, and even with that fatigue and low motivation, maybe you're depressed as a result of that. And I don't want you guys to be stuck in that zone. You are worthy of love and respect at any size. So please remember that it's not a matter of you being a certain size to be worthy of love and respect. You're worthy of love and respect at any size. And if you agree with what I just said, please give this live stream a thumbs up. Your past does not define you. You guys, please remember that your past does not define you. So whether you've made mistakes along the way, whether you've dealt with trauma, whether you've dealt with stress, grief, whatever it is, your past does not define you. Today is a new day, and I want you guys to commit to making positive choices, and we can release all of these negative emotions and we can embrace good health. We can embrace good health and happiness. I want you guys to realize that your body can and will feel strong and powerful. Your body is capable of incredible things. And I want you guys to repeat after me. Please, I'm not sure how you guys feel about positive affirmations, but please repeat after me. People around you might be thinking you're crazy, but guys, I believe in speaking life. I believe in the power of positivity and manifesting those things. Please repeat after me. I am strong, confident, and beautiful, both inside and out. I am mindful of my body's needs and signals. I listen to them with compassion. I am focused on my health goals and celebrate every victory along the way. I forgive myself of past mistakes and focus on the present moment. I choose to be kind to myself and practice positive self-talk. I am in control of my thoughts and use them to empower myself. If you repeat it after me, give yourself a round of applause, and I mean that sincerely, because you are one step closer to getting towards your health goals. You need to maintain a positive and healthy mindset along this journey. And if you are dealing with fatigue, I am going to invite you to do the hormone reset. If you want to talk to me about anything, just to make sure that you're on the right track, I invite you guys to go to gaugegirltraining.com. Again, this is how you spell it. Gauge Girl Training. It's one word, just gaugegirltraining.com. Go to my website and book your free call. And guys, I want you to have a blessed day. Happy Friday. And if you guys have any recommendations or questions for future videos that you would like to see me do, I'm always open to your suggestions, so please let me know. But friends, before you leave, all I ask is that you please give the video a thumbs up. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the bell for notifications so that way you know when I am live. So have a blessed Friday. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.